Good evening, Raider baseball fans. It's baseball time in Texas. And we are here at J. Xavier Field in Matt Ariano Park here at Cedar Park High School, where your Rouse Raiders are set to take on the Cedar Park Timberwolves. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside Johnathan Kaspar as Steve Kidhill is called away on assignment tonight up in Dallas. And we'll miss him and hope he's able to listen in sometime through the broadcast. Johnathan will be right with us here in just one moment. Mr. Kaspar, good to have you with us.
Hello, everybody, and what a great day for some baseball.
It is a good day for some baseball. What a game it was Tuesday night as Rouse drops a heartbreaker 1-0 in extras in Georgetown.
Yes, sir. We said it earlier, and we've talked about this before. This district is crazy. And that was, we're not even through the first round, and we are already seeing an unbelievable amount of turmoil,
Right.
chaos in the standings, people winning against teams that you thought was a given, and it's not happening that way. And honestly, I think it's for the best because whoever comes out of this district and makes it to the playoffs is going to be so prepared
Right.
for moving on for no matter what is thrown their way. They've had the adversity, and, I think that's great. It's great for baseball.
And we'll go over some of that here shortly. Want to go over a few things for Cedar Park. Cedar Park comes in tonight 12-5 on the season. There's a three-way tie for first between Rouse, Cedar Park, and Georgetown. All three teams at 4-1 in the district standings. Coming off of 2021, Cedar Park was 37-2, 12-3, and finished as regional quarterfinals in a loss to the Rouse Raiders at that very same field at Georgetown.
Yes, and I had to wear my shirt to commemorate that evening tonight.
Right.
It was a great game. I saw this and I was like, you know what? I think this will be the perfect game shirt to wear tonight. Talking about that game and framing what it was. It was a close one. It was a tight one. The one game playoff was unbelievable.
The Timberwolves are coached by Lanny Williams. He's 10 years as a head coach with 196 career wins. He's assisted by Mike Cockrell, Royce Rodriguez, and Brendan McCarthy. They have four returning starters, three seniors. Julian Swift at shortstop. Adam Vaughn will be their starting pitcher tonight. And Houston Molinaro, who is not actually in the lineup tonight for the Timberwolves. Raiders come in 15-5, 4-1 overall. They dropped Tuesday night's game versus Georgetown 1-0. Cedar Park defeated Eastview 4-0 in their Tuesday night contest. The Raiders are coached by Chad Crimpine, 20 years with 443 career wins. He's assisted by Josh Harris, Dan LaPaglia, and Will Noble. They have seven returning starters. Seniors Colby Diaz and Carter Heinrich. Juniors Colin Correjo, Joe Sparshoe, and Blake Gonzalez. Sophomores Oscar Salazar and Landon Miller. Tuesday night's games, a recap of what went on. Of course, we talked about Georgetown defeating Rouse 1-0 in 12 innings. Cedar Park defeating Eastview 4-0. Liberty Hill defeating Leander, giving Leander two district losses, 5-4.
What a great game that was. I got a lot of updates during that game from parents that I know on both sides.
Glenn defeated Marble Falls 5-4, and semi-crawled a little bit out of the basement and finally picked up a district win. Marble Falls sitting at 0-5 in district play so far. Tonight's games in the district, Rouse, Cedar Park. Georgetown will be facing Liberty Hill at Liberty Hill.
At Liberty Hill, yes.
Eastview will face Marble Falls at Marble, and Glenn will be facing Leander at Leander. So the standings in 25-5A, Rouse, Cedar Park, and Georgetown sit atop the standings at 4-1 overall in district. Liberty Hill and Leander both at 3-2 in district. Glenn and Eastview at 1-4 in district, and sitting alone at the bottom, Marble Falls 0-5 in district play.
Yeah, but Michael, any one of them could need to be watched out for being on upset alert. Glenn's a solid ball club. They bring a lot of seniors. They bring a lot of good quality players, and honestly, they could erupt at any point and flip the switch and turn around and start getting some wins and be in contention where they're not. But again, we're still early in district play.
Well, the thing is, you can't sleep on anybody in this district because you look at those teams that are at the bottom of the district, they have played some of the top teams very close.
Correct. Yeah, I believe it was Marble Falls that took Cedar Park to a 1-0 win, or 1-0 loss. Cedar Park had the 1-0 win in the first game, and, they weren't expected to be part of it.
Right. So they're introducing the lineups, and we'll go over the Raiders lineup. Leading off for the Raiders at second base, number 9, Rainer Heinrich. Oscar Salazar will be playing first base and batting second. Number 7, Caden Kaspar will be in left field, batting third. And the starting pitcher for tonight, number 22, Colby Diaz, will be batting fourth. Batting fifth will be the right fielder, number 11, Colin Correjo. Number 5, Carter Heinrich, will be behind the plate. Batting seventh will be number 4, Mikey Caputo at third base. Number 10, Landon Miller, will be in center field. And number 2, Joe Sparshoe, will be at short, batting ninth for the Timberwolves. Leading off will be Cade Davis, the right fielder. Batting second, number 5, Ethan Becker in left field. Number 24, Julian Swift, will be at short, batting third. Number 19, Louis Alonzo, will be the catcher, batting fourth. Number 25, Adam Vaughn, will be on the bump for the Timberwolves tonight. Batting sixth will be number 26, Jackson Harvey at first base. The designated hitter will be number 16, Murray Robinson. He will be hitting for the third baseman, number 15, Quint Mullen. Batting eighth will be number 21, Kristen Pickens in center field. And number 13, Brady Richardson, batting ninth at second base. We're going to take a moment for the national anthem. Thank you for listening and watching Rouse Raider Baseball on SHN Sports.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and its first it proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Cedar, the star-spangled banner o'er the land, and our home. Play ball.
It's baseball time in Texas as we're ready to get underway here in Cedar Park. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside Mr. Johnathan Kaspar.
Hello, everybody. Hey, just a quick thing. I want to throw it out there. Those of you, hopefully, that can still hear this, Game Changer video will not run tonight. So please, anybody that knows that somebody just watched on Game Changer, get them on the YouTube, get them on the SHN Sports, have them friend us, follow us, subscribe, and watch the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and hit that notification bell, and then you will receive notifications when we go live. And you can keep up with all things Raider baseball. Defensively for the Timberwolves, on the mound, number 25, Adam Vaughn. Behind the plate, number 19, Louis Alonzo. At first base, number 26, Jackson Harvey. At second base, number 13, Brady Richardson. At third base, number 15, Quint Mullen. At shortstop, number 24, Julian Swift. In left field, number 5, Ethan Becker. In center field, number 21, Kristen Pickens. And in right field, number 1, Cade Davis.
Yeah, and you will notice what we discussed earlier. Colby Diaz is getting the start on the bump tonight. And yes, he did go last night. And unfortunately, I believe he was in the loss column on that game with as long as it went. He was the finishing pitcher and did not go very long in that game. And previous outings, he did not go long either. So I think he's going to be well rested and ready to go for this district matchup.
Due up for the Raiders in the first, Heinrich, Salazar, and Kaspar. Georgetown did a good job keeping Raider hitters off balance all night long, and they're looking to bounce back versus Adam Vaughn and the Timberwolves tonight. First pitch from Vaughn misses inside for ball 1. A 1-0 pitch. This is cut on. It's popped up and goes into foul territory. But Jackson Harvey is there to make the catch. And that will do it for Heinrich.
The Raiders' first baseman, number 8, Oscar Salazar.
1 away as Oscar Salazar comes to the plate. Salazar takes outside for a strike off the outside corner. Vaughn from the windup. Fastball. This is cut on, hit foul down the left field side for strike 2. 0-2 the count to Oscar Salazar. Pitch misses low for ball 1. 1-2 the count to Salazar. Nobody on with 1 out here in the top of the first. Vaughn winds and deals. Fastball down and away for ball 2, and the count evens. Caden Kaspar on deck. 2-ball, 2-strike count to Salazar. Pitch fouled off, and the count remains even. That was a good pitch to spoil right there, Johnathan.
Yeah, he was coming in tight on that one, and definitely Oscar was on it. Just a miss.
The 2-2 pitch, that's high for ball 3, and Salazar works the count full after being down in the count 0-2.
One thing they've been doing a lot of.
The payoff pitch, that missed. Oh, he got him looking.
Oh, wow, that's
It took the umpire a while to give the strikeout sign, and
there's probably a good reason for that. That wasn't
Salazar was probably about 10 steps away from the box before he finally called it a strikeout.
Yeah, low and outside,
Kaspar digs in from the left side. He takes. Wow, he's giving that low strike. That was below the knees. The 0-1, this is hit foul down the left field side, and Kaspar quickly in an 0-2 hole. Colby Diaz on deck. Vaughn winds and deals. Breaking ball stays high and outside for ball 1. One-two pitch. This is hit foul.
That was
an inside pitch in on the handle.
It's on the wheelhouse right there. He's definitely wanting that one back and wanting to turn on that one and didn't quite catch it.
1-2. The pitch, that's in the dirt, and I can say in the dirt.
Yeah, I guess it needs to be in the dirt to get that strike or ball call on that pitch right now. So
2-2 the count. Deuce is wild. A swing and a miss. The drop third strike. Alonso to first, and that will do it. And the Raiders go in order as Kaspar chases a terrible pitch.
Yeah, when you're setting the tempo early, the ump is, and calling that low inside, you're sort of and with a lefty to bat, you gotta run with it, and hopefully you get a piece of it, foul it off, and wait for a better pitch.
Due up for the Timberwolves in the first, Davis, Becker, and Swift. Defensively for the Raiders, Colby Diaz on the mound, Carter Heinrich behind the plate, Oscar Salazar at first base, Rainer Heinrich at second, Mikey Caputo at third, Joe Sparshoe at short, Caden Kaspar in left, Landon Miller in center, and Colin Correjo in right.
Yeah, our traditional lineup out there, as it's sort of meant to be. And, obviously defense was not a problem Tuesday night against Georgetown. I mean, we, pitched out of innings. We didn't have a lot of errors in the game overall.
Yeah, we didn't have any errors.
We had one. I don't know. The end of the game, hard to call that. It was a hit, obviously.
Right.
It was a hit. But runner from second on a ball hit the left field. There's a chance to potentially make a play at home. Unfortunately, it wasn't there for the Raiders, and, that was the end of the game. So
yeah, and talking with Coach Harris afterwards, he said it appeared as though he was going to hold up at third, but once Knight mishandled the ball, then Coach Vieira waved him on home.
For sure.
Then there was no chance.
Yeah, I think he was in Cadillac mode going into third, knowing he had it easily on a great hit by Zach Mustakis. What is Zach's last name?
Mazik.
There you go. Great big guy, man. Wow.
Yeah, Reese Bell. My goodness, that kid was a beast.
Yeah,
kid playing first base.
Number 25 for first base.
Yeah.
I mean, just squaring up everything, and even those that were outs were in question until the ball was in the first baseman's mitt, just because he was hitting the ball and squaring up everything all night.
Cade Davis comes to the plate. He will dig in from the left side. Righty-lefty matchup to get things started. Ethan Becker on deck for the Timberwolves.
Now it's Colby's turn to feel out the ump and see what he's liking and not liking up there on the delivery.
First pitch offering. Just misses outside, and I tell you what, Colby's a downhill pitcher, and this guy seems to like that low fastball.
Yeah.
1-0. Fastball in for a strike.
Basically just like that.
1-1 the count to Davis. The pitch. This is hit to short and bounces a bad hop over Sparshoe. That was a sharply hit ball and deep in the hole, but he misplayed it, and he's going to reach on the error.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there. I mean, that's still a tight play, even if he makes it cleanly. I don't know. That's probably a lot of speed there. So
1 on with no outs for Ethan Becker as he digs in from the right side. Julian Swift on deck. He takes inside for ball 1. Diaz from the stretch. Davis extends his lead at first. Pitch. Shows bunt and lays off for ball 2.
That was a very close one there. We'll have to see how that plays out the rest of the night.
Throw to first. Diaz thought he had him. Davis went back in standing up. 2-0 the count. Diaz with another throw over. Davis dives back in that time.
Yeah, he was a little close the last time.
It's like I was a little bit lucky the last time. Hit and run call, and Becker will foul this one off for strike 1. Davis will turn around and head back to first base. A beautiful night here in Cedar Park. Wind blowing in out of the southwest. Throw to first. That ball gets away from Salazar, but not too far. It'll keep Davis at first.
Yeah, Michael, you brought up the wind. Obviously, not nearly as crazy as it was Tuesday night. I'll tell you what, that ball was highly affected by the wind that we had Tuesday night.
But it is blowing in. Breaking ball in for strike 2 call. Caputo playing the bunt. 2-2. The count to Becker. Fastball. This cut on and hit foul down the right field side. The count will remain even at 2.
Yeah, noticing runner at first is not quite getting the lead that he had earlier. He's staying a little closer to first.
It sees Diaz has got a pretty quick pickoff move. Again, it gets by Salazar, and Davis will advance on the throw. I'll go E1. The 2-2. Fastball tails down and away for ball 3, and the count works full. Payoff pitch coming up. Diaz checks Davis at second. He'll step off and looking back. Diaz deals. A breaking ball cut on and missed for strike 3.
Great pitch right there.
The Timberwolves, number 24.
Starts on the inside of the plate and really breaks hard away from that right-handed, and just he had a no chance at all on that.
Julian Swift comes to the plate, the shortstop for the Timberwolves. Swift, an all-state selection. First team all-state last season. A breaking ball that Swift aptly turns away from. He might have got hit in the face had he not.
No, and from my angle, that almost grazed the shirt. It was that close, even with the turnaway.
1-0 the count to Swift. Pitch, fastball, cut on and missed for strike 1, and that will even the count. Good turnout tonight from both fan bases. The stands here at Cedar Park are pretty much full.
Yeah, they're looking for that same kind of game we had last year in the playoff.
Pitch down and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Julian Swift.
And
Luis
they are
Alonso
rowdy.
on deck.
Sorry, Michael, and the fans are definitely rowdy tonight. I'll tell you already.
Breaking ball. This is cut on and hit to Caputo at third. The throw over to first will be in time as he looks Davis back to second before the throw over.
Now batting for the Timberwolves.
No, he hits it to the fielder's choice, and that will go 5-3 on the put out of Swift. That will bring up the catcher, number 19, Luis Alonso. Alonso, one of the returning starters from last year. This is cut on and hit the Sparshoe in the hole. Throw deep, and he got him. Bang, bang, play. What a stretch by Oscar Salazar. And the throw from Joe Sparshoe deep in the hole to get the out.
Unbelievable. Same situation in which the leadoff gets on. Joe Sparshoe really sat back on that one, made sure it was in the glove, and relied on that cannon he has for an arm, and just deep in the hole. As you said, Michael, got over there. Oscar gave him some love with that stretch, and wow, what an out. What an out.
Cedar Park gets no runs on no hits. They leave one on as Davis reached on the error. And on to the second we go. We're scoreless in Cedar Park. Due up for the Raiders in the second. Diaz, Correjo, and Heinrich. Raiders needing to generate some offense.
You know, you got to love that. Colby's got to feel great. The first guy gets on defense, error on the play, allows the guy to get on. Colby knows he's got players behind him. He's got great defense behind him. And, I'm sure Joe looked at him and said, hey, buddy, I got you on this next one. And sure enough, he came through and was able to get that third out. The defense worked great behind Colby to get him out of that inning with that lead off getting on.
So one of the things about being at J. Sevier Field is you'll hear some peacocks. There are peacocks in the neighborhood back behind the outfield fence. We've been hearing them for years.
Yes, sir. And I'm a country boy, so I definitely know what that's all about. We had peacocks where I was at growing up in Bastrop, and it's definitely a unique sound.
Adam Vaughn out to pitch his second inning of work.
They're in pitcher number 20.
Colby coming up. Let's see if he can't start this inning off. And I'm not going to say he's been in a funk yet, but he's still trying to feel himself out early in this season, trying to get back to where he was last year and just dominance at the plate.
We were on 16.
Vaughn delivers low for ball one. Want to know the count to Diaz. Vaughn winds and delivers a breaking ball in for a called strike.
Great pitch. Same thing Colby was using.
The 1-1 pitch. That's low for ball two. And Vaughn, he saw how that worked for him in the first inning. He's going back to trying to throw that low fastball.
He's for sure trying to find that spot.
Diaz lays off.
And that's the same pitch. Oh, wow. That was an appeal from a home plate umpire to the first base ump, and he actually overturned that and called it a strike that he went around. Wow.
He may not like Rouse. That's hit back up the middle. Swift has it, but he will not be able to field it cleanly. And he laid out for it. I don't know that will be ruled an error. I think that is going to be a hit for Colby Diaz because Swift had to travel to his glove side by about 20 feet.
Right.
To get to it.
And even trying to get down low. I mean, obviously trying to get down to it and trying to hop back up and get your feet underneath you. Colby, not the swiftest of foot, but definitely made the shortstop think about that long enough that he was not able to make the play.
Walsh at first.
Sam Walsh, courtesy running for Diaz, being the pitcher.
We have some kind of discussion going on here.
Right.
I'm assuming Coach Crimpine's just letting. No, he's talking to his players.
Yeah, he's a courtesy runner, so for the pitcher. Sam Walsh, the courtesy running specialist. He gets a good lead off of first. Vaughn throws over, but not in time as Walsh dives back in. Vaughn comes set. First pitch offering to Correjo. Misses outside, and I tell you, you got to be kind of slow about making these calls because he's slow on making his calls.
Yeah, don't assume anything tonight, that's for sure.
1-0 the count. Correjo shows bunt and lays off of it. The pitch is in the dirt for ball two.
Yeah, and something that we've seen be a conflict so far this season is leaving the bat out there even on a ball call. That's a strike. And
it is a strike.
Colin was real quick to swing that thing back and get it out of from off the plate.
The throw over to first was not in time, and it was very close. But Walsh got his hand on the bag.
Nice length. Good long arms there. Stretch back.
The 2-0. This is hit up through the gap into right field. Walsh will round and hold at second. And Correjo with a base knock.
Now batting for the Raiders, catcher number 5, Carter Henry.
That's Heinrich.
Yeah, not Henrik. Everybody that can hear that.
Yeah, I told him. I told him before the game because he asked me to run over the names with him, and I told him Heinrich, and he even called it out Heinrich. So I don't know what's up.
Short memory, you
I
know.
guess. But he does have a good voice. Heinrich shows bunt and lays off for a ball.
Hey, there's no voice envy with you, Michael. Come on, man. You've got the pipes over here, buddy.
The dulcet tones. I don't know about that. The 1-0 pitch, that's outside for ball 2, and Vaughn kind of shakes his head off, realizing not that he wasn't hitting his spot.
Yeah, and
he
yeah,
would.
he's trying for that spot, Michael. He's trying
Right.
for it, and I think he's going to keep doing it all night.
2-0, and Heinrich gets rung up on the strike. He pulls his bat back, but gets called on the strike. And Vaughn, a senior, there's a lot of maturity between that junior and senior year
For sure.
when they come out.
Especially making the playoffs like they did last year and going deep, you know.
Swing and a miss as Heinrich was swinging away. He chases a high fastball for strike 2. That will even the count up to. I would probably have to say that the greatest maturity that I saw in one single individual in pitcher was Jared Southard from his junior to his senior year. Pitch down and away for ball 3, and Heinrich works the count full.
Yeah, I've known Jared for quite a long time, even prior to him being at Rouse, and it's so awesome watching them move on. And
Payoff pitch inside, and guess he got a piece of it, fouls it off.
yeah, move on and have success. You know, it's so cool to be able to see that.
Yeah, he's done well, except for the other night. He gave up a grand slam to A&M. Wow, he gave that low inside fastball for a strikeout.
Now batting for the Raiders.
You got to make those adjustments, though.
Pop.
It don't matter what you and I think here in the stands, whether it's a strike or not. It's that man behind the
It's
plate.
just amazing how much we talk and say that nothing ever changes on the
That's
scoreboard.
right.
What's up with that, Michael?
We have very little influence. A breaking ball in for strike 1 to Mikey Caputo. 2 on with 1 out here in the top of the second. We're scoreless so far. Sam Walsh at second base. Caputo fouls it off. He was checking his swing, and
Yeah, he thought twice about that. Honestly, I think it may have been a strike call nonetheless. And sun's dropping down, and we're getting some shadows. We're getting some light right in the pitcher's or the right-handed batter's eyes, and that could be coming into play.
I'm going to have to call foul on Cedar Park for that on-deck fielding attempt as Landon Miller was on deck, and a fan ran out of the stands, I guess you would have to say. Ran out of the dugout. A little knock. The throw from Richardson to Harvey will be in time, but that will advance the runners to second and third.
Now batting center fielder.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's as great as a bunt, laying down a bunt. You effectively brought the guys around. You bring up Landon Miller, who's starting to come around at the plate, and hopefully he can make something happen here.
Landon Miller will dig in for his first at bat of the night. He'll take for a strike. Joe Sparshoe on deck. 1 strike count to Miller. He takes for ball 1, and that will even it up.
Still working that outside. I don't know that that's ever going to change tonight.
We have the chat line open. Let us know where you're listening in from. Breaking ball in for a strike, and there was no doubt about that. It was a nice looking pitch by Vaughn. 1-2, the count to Miller. Swing and a miss for the punch out, and that will do it for the Raiders. They get no runs on 2 hits. They leave 2. After 1.5, we're scoreless in Cedar Park.
Very effective pitching. We knew that was going to be the case tonight. We've got a few guys on early, but, it's not affecting these two senior pitchers. They're going in doing the job, relying on what they've learned over the last 4 years and putting it to work here and getting out of the inning. And pitching for strikes, right? Isn't that, or pitching to contact? That's a big, big plus, not putting base runners on due to walks.
Due up for the Timberwolves in the second, Vaughn, Harvey, and Robinson. George Garcia checking in. Glad to have you with us. Mr. Alepa. Mike Alepa in the house tonight. As usual. Let's go, Rouse. So says George Garcia.
Pitcher number 25, Adam Vaughn.
How do I bring the chat up?
Oh, I've got it right here. I've got it.
Beautiful. All right.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, so I keep YouTube up here. That way we don't have to clutter our desktop with.
I greatly appreciate that. I got a few different things going on tonight. Mr. Don Miller, who normally runs the Game Changer for the Rouse Raiders, is out of town tonight. Hopefully he's listening on SHN. And I haven't got a text from him yet critiquing my Game Changer abilities, so hopefully I'm doing all right so far, pulling double duties tonight.
Vaughn digs in from the right side, and Colby deals high for ball one.
Just trying to get into a rhythm here, as is Colby.
1-0 pitch. It's a breaking ball that hits him.
Olivia Newton, if you could go to the ticket booth at the very front gate. Olivia Newton.
Wow, we have a celebrity here tonight.
Olivia Newton.
Olivia Newton. John, maybe?
Well, who knows? She'd say John, right?
First baseman number 26, Jackson Harvey.
Jackson Harvey will come to the plate. He will dig in from the left side. One on.
And what a big man he is on that left side. First baseman.
We have a courtesy runner, but unfortunately, we don't have a name for him. Maybe you heard it over the PA, but I missed it. Throw over. First will not be in time.
What number is that? Can you 22?
Number 22.
Number 22. So let's go ahead here.
Diaz from the stretch. Harvey waiting for his first pitch.
Molinaro would be our courtesy runner.
Okay. Molinaro. Pitch looked really good outside on that outside corner, but he's not giving a whole lot off the plate.
Not to the lefties on that side.
1-0 pitch. Throw down to second. We'll be in time. And Molinaro caught stealing. That will go 2-6 on the put out. Caught stealing. And Colby is saying, thank you, Mr. Heinrich and Mr. Sparshoot. 2-0 pitch. Fastball up high for ball 3.
I'll tell you what, Carter's running that almost. I don't know that it's quite 100% this year, but his catching base stealers is unbelievable.
Fastball down the middle for a strike, and that will take count 3-1. I'll tell you what, the catcher for Georgetown was awfully impressive. Yeah, I think he threw out 4.
Yes, sir.
Another strike to Harvey, and that will bring the count full as Diaz climbs back in it. To challenge him. Payoff pitch. Fastball. He could not catch up on to get the strikeout.
Now batting.
And again, you get the throwdown. You get that extra out. That leadoff is now gone, and the confidence in Colby shows. He just went straight at him, just with no remorse, and just was pounding the strike zone.
Jackson Harvey being asked to remove a necklace.
Not Jackson, Harvey.
Oh, Murray Robinson. I'm sorry. Murray.
They look the
Richardson,
same,
Yeah,
and they're both on the left side.
yeah. And Harvey was 26. This guy's 16. So I saw the 6, and they really have the same kind of build, right?
Very much so.
That's what I'm going to say.
And again, they're both lefties.
Pitch misses outside for ball 1. Not to blame it on anybody but myself, though. 1-0, that stays well outside.
Yeah, he pointed at himself on that one, trying to overthrow a little bit on that.
Sandy Pates, Joe's grandma from Michigan, listening in. Go Raiders. Little Shotty's grandmother. Breaking ball in for a strike. And the count goes 2-1.
Great follow-up.
2-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Colby's starting to find a little bit of rhythm here. Deuces wild to Robinson. Pitch up high on the outside corner, and the count goes full.
You know, get pushing on that one a little bit, Michael. He was rearing back, trying to get a little extra.
Breaking ball stays high off that outside corner
Now
for ball
batting center
4.
with 1-1, Kristen Pickens.
That could have gone either way. Unfortunately, it did not go the Raiders' way on this one. Hopefully, we'll get a makeup call for that a little bit later.
The center fielder, number 21, Kristen Pickens, will come to the plate. Robinson extending his lead at first. Pickens will take for a strike. Colby working ahead to get that first pitch strike. Brady Richardson on deck. The 0-1. This is hit back up the middle. That's going to go into center field, and that'll be a base hit for Pickens.
So it was a very, I mean, it got on Joe Sparshu very fast. I mean, he stayed on his feet thinking that he could have caught that on the hop, and it just squeaked by. Just had enough speed and the bounce off the dirt that it got by him.
Richardson, the number 9 batter in the order. This is hit back up the middle. It's played by Caputo. Gets the first, force at second. And Pickens is arguing the out, and he's refusing to leave second base. I guess what he didn't realize is it's a force. You don't have to tag the runner.
Correct, but I'm not going to sit here and say I don't see his argument. That was a absolute bang play. Caputo coming over, cutting off like he should, as a third baseman should. He's cutting off that inside roller, and obviously where he's facing, he's rolling towards second. So that's the play for him. It's super close.
So Richardson hits into the fielder's choice, and Pickens is thrown out at second base. 5-4 on the putout. Adam Vaughn back out on the mound to pitch the third. Timberwolves get no runs on one hit. They leave one. And after 2 complete, we're still scoreless. Due up for the Raiders, Sparshu, Heinrich, and Salazar.
Well, folks, very early in this game, but you know what? Tighten up your seatbelts because we had a 12-inning humdinger of a game Tuesday night, and with these 2 quality teams, that, who knows, could happen again.
So Sparshu digs in from the right side. He takes for a strike on that low fastball. He's just giving that low fastball down and away from right-handed batters. That one goes to the backstop.
I had it.
And that will bring the count even at 1. Joe Sparshu at the plate.
Little shoddy.
1-1 pitch. Ooh, that's a breaking ball in for a strike, and that was nasty.
That had a lot of movement.
1-2. The pitch.
And again,
went back with the same exact pitch.
Exact same pitch.
And Sparshoot caught looking for out number 1.
I mean, mirror images of each other. And when you can come back and hit that exact same spot 2 times in a row, that's very effective.
Vaughn was an all-district selection last year, first team all-district. And if I remember correctly, he had like a 2.5 ERA on the season.
Very interesting on that one. That was a called ball, but honestly, same.
1-0. This is hit out toward right center or left center, and Heinrich is going to have a stand-up double. Well hit in the gap to left center.
Raiders first baseman number 8, Oscar Salazar.
As Vaughn left that one up in the zone, and Heinrich gave it a ride. Oscar Salazar will come to the plate. He'll foul this one off for a strike. Salazar caught looking back in the first. He's 0 for 1.
Tell you what, that he didn't miss that one by much, and he was definitely being aggressive on that first pitch and just missed it.
1 on with 1 out. 0-1 pitch. Ad will squib away from Alonso. Alonso will not have a chance to get Heinrich at third as he advances on the wild pitch. One and one, the count to Salazar. Breaking ball. And that breaking ball has been working very effectively for Vaughn so far tonight. 1-2, the count. The pitch inside for ball 2, and Alonso had to come out of his stance on that inside pitch to keep that from going to the backstop. 2-2, that is fouled off, and probably not the best hit. Amanda Correjo says, 12 innings, no 12 innings, please. I'm an hour ahead in Florida for volleyball. Go Raiders.
Oh, sorry, Amanda. Didn't mean to throw that out there at you.
Oh, that's hit back up towards second. And that is going to be an E4. And Heinrich will score an RBI from Oscar Salazar. And that will be a fielder's choice. Not sure if he would have thrown it home or not, but he will reach on an E4. That will bring up Caden Kaspar. Kaspar struck out his first time up, dropped third strike. This is line. That is going all the way out to Ethan Becker. And Salazar will hold up at second, and the Raider bats are starting to come to life.
Sorry, folks, had a father moment there.
Miller jumps on that first pitch, and maybe that's what Coach has been talking to these guys about. So, hey, man, he's putting that first pitch up there. Start giving it a ride.
Let's run with it for sure.
Colby Diaz will come to the plate. Diaz 1 for 1 with a single back in the first. Check swing, he's went around.
Yeah, that one for sure didn't require any assistance from the fielding. He definitely went around on that.
He did. Wishing he'd had it back, but the pitch goes to the fence, and that will be an 0-2 count.
Yeah, and again, just like Oscar's, just barely missing that.
Right.
Really liking that. I mean, obviously, he's still staying outside, and the guys are jumping on that pitch because they know there's too much of a potential for that to be called a strike on them.
1-1, or I've got an 0-2 count. And that's going to go to the fence. A wild pitch by Adam Vaughn. And Raiders have runners at second and third for Colby Diaz. He's like, I'd like to hit that scoreboard out there if Vaughn will put something out here to me. 1-2. This is a fly ball out to right. Cade Davis underneath it. Oscar Salazar will reach home safely. And that throw from Cade Davis was pretty close to being on time, but Louis Alonso was too far out ahead of the plate and didn't obviously want to play the bounce. And Salazar will score on the sac fly by Cade and Kaspar. By Kobe Diaz. Colin Correjo, 1 for 1. As he singled to right his first time up. First pitch offering misses low for ball 1. Vaughn from the stretch. 1-0. That's outside for ball 2. Raiders have put 2 across here in the third. 2-0. That misses low. What he is normally called a strike, he did not call that.
And again, that's that borderline call. We've been seeing it. There's a few of them that we thought shouldn't have been strikes, and that.
Well, that one definitely was.
No doubt on that one for sure.
That was belt high.
And that was a take all the way.
Vaughn comes set. Pitch. This is a comebacker to Vaughn, and he will lob it over to Harvey at first, and that will do it. 1-3 on the putout of Correjo to end the inning. But damage is done. The Raiders get 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 1. After 2.5, it's 2-0 Rouse. They did tonight what they were unable to do on Tuesday night, and that's get a runner across home plate.
Right, and making the contact, right? And the pitchers on Tuesday night, obviously were really challenging everybody. They were getting great strike calls. They were getting guys to chase. The wind has a huge effect on the batters as much as it can the pitcher, but I think, honestly, it was maybe a little bit more in favor of the pitcher Tuesday night, and that's why we saw the game go as long as it did, keeping all the batters on their heels.
Right. Due up for the Timberwolves in the third. Davis, Becker, and Swift were back to the top of the order.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it's turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous evening. The wind has almost died to nothing. I don't even see much of the trees swaying right now. The U.S. flag out in right center is almost just laying down. Very slight movement. So we're in for a great evening, folks.
At the next inning break, we will definitely recognize our home run sponsors, the Recon Shop and Austin Summit Group Realty. Davis will come to the plate for his second turn. He reached on an error back in the first. Diaz toes in. He will step off. Now he toes back in. On the windup, first pitch offering, breaking ball. Misses outside.
Back to that borderline low pitch.
Ball 1. A 1-0 count and a 1-0 pitch. Fastball stays high for ball 2. And so there's no reaction. And then Becker on deck. 2-0 pitch. Wow, not sure where that one missed.
My position, I would definitely say that was outside. It was close, but it was outside.
Okay. If you say so. 3-0, that misses low for ball 4, and Diaz gives up a 4-pitch walk. Ethan Becker 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up.
And once again, we get the leadoff on. That's been the MO so far through 3 innings. And, we've been able to get out of it, and we'll see if we can continue to do the same here.
First pitch offering, he swings and checks his swing, but gets rung up on the strike. Diaz from the stretch. Throws over to first. Davis does the same exact thing that happened back in the first. He advances on the throw over to first as it goes under Salazar's glove.
All right.
0-1. Count to the batter. Pitch down and away. Throw down to second. Not being time as Heinrich played that. And I tell you what, that was awfully close.
I'll tell you what, the Heinrich to Heinrich connection over there has just been unbelievable and was almost again.
1-1, the count to Becker. He shows bunt. He lays this one out. Nobody's covering first. The third, Heinrich covered first, and the errant throw by Salazar will allow Davis to score. That will go in E3.
Now batting shortstop number 24, Julian Swift.
As Salazar came up to play that, I'm not sure that that was the right thing in that. Usually the pitcher is gonna play that. Heinrich keeps that out in front of him. Julian Swift comes to the plate. Swift hit into a fielder's choice and was thrown out on a grounder to third. So Coach Harris is going to call time. He's going to go out here and talk too.
Yeah, after a situation like that, you definitely want to gather up the infield, let everybody talk that out. Hey, guys, we still got a lead here. Let's square it up, have good defense. Just reassure Colby, that he's got the defense behind him. Obviously, it was a bit of a fluke play, but at the same time, could have been played differently and not happened. So Coach Harris just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Jimmy Carter, go Raiders, from Joe's Michigan uncle. 1-0 the count to Swift. Cedar Park has put one across. Louis Alonso on deck. 1-0. This is hit back up the middle. Sparshoe with the late jump. And Julian with a single.
Catcher number 19, Louis Alonso.
Jimmy Carter wants to know how was golf yesterday. I have not heard anything about it.
Oh,
Johnathan?
I'll tell you what, everybody, it turned out to be an unbelievable day. And, obviously we've got a pitch coming here, so we'll elaborate on that here in a minute.
Louis Alonso grounded out to short his first time up. He will take for ball one. Two on with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. The 1-0 from Diaz. This is hit deep to left and goes foul.
Just a long, loud foul ball.
And a strike. And that will take the count even at 1.
And the strike, yes, sir. They got a little charge into the Cedar Park fans over here to my right.
As it should. Most anybody would in the hometown crowd.
For sure.
Right. Alonso will call time and step out. Coach Williams giving the sign. The 1-1 pitch. So third in time, and they get Becker caught stealing. For the first out, that will go 1-5.
That was interesting.
One on with one out for Luis Alonso. He takes a breaking ball for a ball, and that'll take the count 2-1.
I guess he was thinking he could get away with that Colby was already into the windup, but he definitely was not.
Fastball misses low for ball 3. 3-1 the count to Alonso. Three ball, one strike count. A pitch, a fastball, cut on and missed for strike 2, and the count goes full.
And again, challenging him. You know, that's been effective for him tonight, just going straight after those batters.
Adam Vaughn on deck. Payoff pitch. This is low and inside for ball 4. And Diaz gives up his second walk of the night.
Now batting pitcher number 25, Adam Vaughn.
Adam Vaughn will come to the plate. He's 0 for 0, was hit by a pitch.
Dillman.
Courtesy runner for the catcher,
Be Brooks Dillman.
Brooks Dillman. That will get by Heinrich. Throw back to first. That was bounced in front of Salazar and caromed off of him. I think he took it in the chest, and so he's kind of shaking this off right now, and they're calling time. And Heinrich wishing he would have held on to that ball.
You know, it's weird. He lost that pitch. It's like he didn't see it at all. I mean, it literally glanced. I mean, it honestly could have been called a strike with the way the pitch came through, but it just got past him. And then obviously, yes, he tried to make up for that with the ball bouncing right back to him and getting the runners in limbo.
Now the Timberwolves have runners at second and third with one out with Adam Vaughn. Fastball will back Vaughn up just a bit. That was a little too close inside. 2-0 the count. And Diaz will step off and reset. And the 2-0 pitch. This is cut on and hit foul for strike 1. Jackson Harvey is on deck.
He definitely needs to just go back and challenge. It's been effective for him so far. And
2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss on a curveball. And he took a huge hack at that.
He was trying to win this game on one swing right there early in the game.
And he went into a golf swing, it looked like.
We were talking about the golf tournament earlier, you know.
The 2-2, swing and a miss on the slider down and away. For the punch in.
Number 26, Jackson Harvey.
That was a big out right there. Jackson Harvey, a strikeout victim, his first time up. First pitch offering. Lays off. He thought about calling that.
He thought twice about that. He had to stand up and had that same almost strike call and just relax the shoulders and didn't raise that right hand.
1-0 the count to Harvey. Fastball in for a strike on that outside corner, and that will even the count up. The 2-0 pitch. See, I don't think that's right. That pitch misses. Should be 2-1.
No, because remember, he raised up and thought he was going to call a strike and did not.
No, his first pitch was a strike, right? I've got 2-1. Did he flash the sign?
He just threw a ball there, so.
This is hit foul. Or no, it's fair. And Salazar will step on the bag, and that will do it for the Timberwolves. Count doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, I did have a strike on that. Sorry about that, Michael.
That will go 3 unassisted on the out of Harvey. But the Timberwolves were able to scratch one away. They get 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 2 after 3 complete. It's 2-1 Rouse. Both pitchers having a rocky 3rd inning. So we want to take this opportunity to recognize our home run sponsors, the Recon Shop. Does your vehicle still have hail damage from the April 15th hailstorm? You still have until April 14th to file your claim, and that's coming up quick, folks. If you need help filing a claim, the Recon Shop at 512-290-4245 can help. We would love to walk you through the claim process. Even if you don't have hail, the Recon Shop also specializes in minor dents, door dings, creases, and other larger dents that do not require paint. For before and after views of what all we can do, visit our website at thereconshop.com. Austin Summit Group Realty is proud to support Rouse Raider Baseball and their amazing group of boys and coaches. ASG has been in business for over 22 years and has been ranked in the top 10 by the Austin Business Journal year after year. If you need help with anything real estate related, call Chris or Mikey Caputo at 512-671-HOME. And Carter Heinrich will take for a ball. Due up for the Raiders in the 4th. Heinrich, and he takes for a strike. Caputo and Miller.
Yeah, that first one low and away. Did not get the strike, but he came back right down the middle on that one. So
1-1, the count, the pitch. And there he goes with that low fastball again, and he's calling it a strike. He has been somewhat inconsistent.
It's a fine line out there.
Yeah.
We'll say that to maybe be fair to him right now.
A breaking ball outside for ball 2. And Heinrich will call time and step out. Oh, man, funny stretch here. The 2-2 pitch. That's down and away.
Michael, you should let me know. I could have brought my stadium seat for you.
Oh, there you go. I don't have much space on this end here. So that's kind of where I'm having to sit in an awkward spot. This is cut on and will go foul. And Heinrich will turn around and head back to the plate.
That was one of those wonderful balls. You got to run up very quickly as a third baseman and make sure to catch that foul because it's so close to that line that any little sliver of grass can kick it back in.
The payoff pitch. 3-2. This is hit out to left and goes fair. It's a fair ball. Heinrich will round first, and he's headed to second with a stand-up double. A big hit for Carter Heinrich.
Yeah, that was roped, and I'll tell you what, unbelievable that stayed fair. You know, a win like we had Tuesday night would have pushed that. It was so close, but, you know, with it being a nice, calm night, stayed perfectly down the line and ran up into the corner for an easy
Jack
double.
Knight will come on as a courtesy runner for the catcher.
Now batting third base.
Folks, we had a fan jumping in there to say hi to somebody on SHN there. Just popped up in the video if y'all were paying attention.
They're like, who is that? Oh, umpire calls time. I'm not sure what that was about. Mikey call time? I didn't notice. Caputo hit into a fielder's choice his first time up through the second baseman. And Caputo shows bunt and gets rung up with a strike.
Been a bit of a challenge for him this year. He's been put in that position quite a bit to lay down that bunt. And, you know, he's been coming around. And, you know, obviously I think coach has been working on it a lot with him. And he'll.
Again, he shows bunt and lays off. This time it'll be a ball.
Yeah, be successful, you know.
A pitch that was down and away.
Yeah, read that pitch for sure. and the dreaded down and away pitch.
Yeah, right. The 1-1 pitch. This is cut on and hit up the short. Swift has it. Throw to first will be in time. And it was not deep enough in the hole for Knight to advance, as Swift, being an all-state
Now batting center field.
player,
10,
you definitely can believe that he's fairly reliable in what he does. So 6-3 on the putout of Caputo for out number one, and that will bring up Landon Miller. Miller struck out his first time up. He takes for ball one.
Patience. Patience is the key here when you're trying to feel out your at-bat.
Little shotty on deck. 1-0. Swing and a miss on a huge hack by Landon Miller.
And all or nothing, right?
All right. Just like Adam Vaughn did back in the third. The 1-1. That will go to the fence. Alonso will get back there, but the speedy Knight will not give him a chance to throw to third. And now that kind of changes the dynamic. You have a little insurance sitting there at third base. And how are you going to pitch? 2-1, that pitch inside for ball three.
Yeah, and with the only single out, you really got to hope here for a nice drive deep to help bring him in.
3-1, swing and a miss, fastball right down the middle, which was a strike, by the way. So either way, whether you swing or not. Full count, payoff pitch. This is fouled off, and Miller spoiled a great pitch from Adam Vaughn.
For sure. I mean, again, he's challenging him, these senior pitchers. I mean, folks, it's great to see that, having the confidence in your craft as a pitcher and really going after these batters and challenging them is awesome to see.
Vaughn comes set, the payoff pitch. A breaking ball in for strike three, and Miller caught looking.
And once again, that outside pitch.
That's Vaughn's fifth punch out on the night. Bring up little Shotty, who was way behind on that one. Swing and a miss for strike one. The 0-1 pitch, a fastball in for strike two, and
here.
Vaughn just challenging them.
Yeah, back to painting the outside corner.
0-2, the count to Sparshoot. The pitch from Vaughn. This is hit back up a hopper, but Harvey was able to play it. Vaughn covers the bag, and that will do it. That will go 3-1 on the putout of Sparshoot. And that will end the Raider fourth. They get no runs on one hit. They leave one. After 3.5, it's 2-1 Rouse. Colby Diaz comes back on for his fourth inning of work.
Yeah, so, Michael, going back, the golf tournament that we had yesterday, couldn't have asked for a better day. We had a great turnout.
Material handling.
And obviously, we want to build on this. This was the first annual tournament that we had for Rouse, and had a lot of giveaways, a lot of door prizes, raffle items. We had a lot of fun on the course. Had a great turnout from everybody. I saw Liberty Hill parents there. I saw Cedar Park parents there. One of my good friends that's a parent here at Cedar Park was there helping to contribute. So, honestly, we love doing that as a community and supporting all the baseball teams, and it's great to see them come out. Vista Ridge parents as well. But it couldn't have asked for a better day, especially with all the weather that we had leading up to it. No rain, sunny skies, no wind. It was an awesome and ready for next year.
A lot of points.
Already looking
Right.
to plan next year
Yeah.
and things that we can improve upon that we know weren't necessarily where they needed to be.
Due up for the Timberwolves in the fourth, Robinson, Pickens, and Richardson. Robinson is 0 for 0. He drew a walk his first time up. Diaz from the windup, his first pitch offering. Fastball on that outside corner for a strike. Robinson worked into a full count his first time up. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And this time he will work from behind as Diaz works from ahead. The 0-2, swing and a miss on the outside fastball, and there you go again. That senior challenging. He puts it right.
Exact same spot, 2 pitches in a row. The first one was right down the pipe. Obviously, the batter's trying to get his feel for it. Next one, outside, he swung and missed. And I'll tell you what, Colby painted the exact same pitch in the exact same spot and got him to go on it 2 times in a row for the outs. Awesome.
Right. Kristen Pickens will come to the plate. He's 1 for 1. That ball misses. That pitch misses for a ball.
Oh, and they know each other. That was a little close to home there. And he gave a little look back to Colby, and Colby did back to him.
1-0. This is fouled off for strike 1.
But, folks, that was all in fun. You could see it, the big smiles on their face. These two know each other very well.
The 1-1 pitch. It's high for ball 2. Brady Richardson on deck for the Timberwolves. The 2-1, a bender that swung on and fouled off, and you talk about somebody spoiling a good pitch.
Well, he waited till the last second to make that call, Michael. I mean, he was really undecided, and that had so much break on it, and he saw it was coming across. He just had to offer.
That'll even the count 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball down and away.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, second baseman number 13, Brady
Yes.
Richardson.
Diaz definitely challenging him with that fastball.
Well, the breaking pitch has been phenomenal so far. You know, it's really working to set up that fastball.
Richardson hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Rainer Heinrich will camp underneath this one as it's popped up. And the Timberwolves go 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. After 4 complete, it's Raiders 2, Timberwolves 1. On to the bottom we go for the Timberwolf half. We want to take this opportunity to recognize Browse by Hattie. Spoke. I couldn't get it out. Browse by Hattie. Hey, ladies, get your brows done with Brows and Such by Hattie. Semi-permanent makeup applied to perfection. Get the shape you've always wanted and keep it. Save time applying your brows, eyeliner, and lip blush. Wake up every day looking fantastic. Check out Brows and Such by Hattie on Facebook and Instagram and book an appointment today. Call or text 512-817-3493. I'm going to thank them for their sponsorship of Rouse Raider Baseball. We could not do it without our sponsors.
We've got a nice one brewing here tonight, folks. 2-1. Anything can happen at any point. We're only coming into the 5th inning, and let's see how this game unfolds. But we're a long way from over.
Due up for the Raiders, Heinrich, Salazar, and Kaspar. We're back to the top of the 5th. And Adam Vaughn back on for another inning of work. First pitch misses for ball 1. Heinrich gets underneath this one and hits it to shallow right field. Cade Davis underneath it, and we'll make the catch for out number 1. That will bring up Oscar Salazar. Salazar has been caught looking and reached on an error. First pitch from Vaughn. It's a letter high fastball for a strike.
Yeah, as much as he's been liking that low pitch, it's interesting to see where that strike on the upper half of the strike zone lives.
0-1, a breaking ball. Oscar showing some displeasure. And that usually that doesn't bode well when you do that.
It's almost as bad as the watching the what should be a possible strike and then turn around and
he's looking it up. How many pitches Vaughn has? Vaughn winds and deals on the 0-2. He fouls it off. No, it's a drop third strike. A throw down to first to complete the strikeout.
see Diaz has 65 pitches and Diaz has 65. And then Vaughn has 81.
Two away for Caden Kaspar. Kaspar 1 for 2. Strikeout and a single. First pitch in for a strike. The 0-1. This is line to short, and Swift has it. And that will do it for the Raider fifth. They get no runs, no hits, nobody left on. In fact, they go in order. And on to the bottom we go, due up for the Timberwolves in the bottom, the top of their order, Davis, Becker, and Swift. And Diaz has struggled with the top half of the order on the night. Time for stretching here in Cedar Park.
Yes. The fifth inning stretch.
Yeah, fifth inning stretch here.
Unfortunately,
2, 3 strikes, you're out. The old ball game.
not quite the normal 9-inning game here on the high school level, but
hey, as long as it's not 12 like it was on Tuesday night.
Exactly.
There we go. A little Cotton Eye Joe.
You know, and again, I'm sorry, folks. We were trying to get an update to the coach there with the pitch count, and we do have Vaughn now with a 85 pitch count for Cedar Park, and Colby Diaz currently at 65 pitches.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth.
And here we go.
Number 5, Cade Davis.
Davis has walked and reached on an error tonight. Davis will dig in. Becker on deck. Diaz winds and deals. Misses that outside corner for ball 1. 1-0. It stays outside for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. That is cut on and hit foul.
Yeah, living on that outer half. Missed on the first 2, went straight back at it and was able to draw a swing and not able to get a piece of that. Or a lot of that, should I say. He got a piece of it.
2-1. That is fouled off as Diaz goes right back to that same pitch, and he has worked Davis in a 2-2 count.
Now here's where you set up. You go fastball, and then do we go breaking pitch on the inside, inner half, and try to get him?
Diaz deals, swing and a miss on a pitch down and away.
Nope.
And
He
for
said
the strikeout.
no need to go inside. I'll just keep battling outside and testing him and not letting him have a chance to make contact.
And Diaz has struck out 4 of the last 6 batters. Becker will come to the plate. Takes. And he did not give that at all. That was a belt-high fastball.
That
and
caught a
he
lot
did
of the
not
plate.
call. Heinrich's glove did not move. That pitch was definitely a ball.
Wow. Yeah, that's inconsistency at its finest right there, folks.
2-0. This was fouled off for a strike. There you go.
Well, and it's a shame that it comes to that. You're not going to get that close pitch that really was supposed to be, and it forces you to throw in something right down the middle. Luckily enough, Colby has a lot of speed with that pitch.
2-1, breaking ball. He misses. He's asking to appeal, and he says no. All righty. 3-1, the count to Becker. Julian Swift on deck. 3-0. It misses inside for ball 4.
Now batting shortstop number 24, Julian Swift.
And that will bring up Julian Swift. He's 1 for 2. He is singled and hit into a fielder's choice.
Way to way to stop that. They shooting. Oh man, close.
Like, I know you were really getting a bunch of this. I was like, I have a chance to make the 10.
Louis Alonso on deck. First pitch offering. That bounces away and in front of Heinrich, and he gets up quick and keeps Becker anchored at first base.
And I think that throw out that he had earlier is really making those base runners very cautious. He could have easily taken off, but that ball staying in front of Carter like that, with him doing a great job of keeping him in front, base runner didn't want any part of that.
1-0 the count to Swift. Diaz deals. Misses high on the outside corner for ball 1. Or ball 2. I didn't mark
Ball
the
2.
first one.
Yes, sir.
2-0 the count to Swift. To throw to first.
Got it.
In time, they pick Becker off for out number 3. And that will do it. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Never mind. I went back to the wrong inning for out number 2. How about that?
That was a great stretch inning, wasn't it?
That's a great faux pas on my part. Breaking ball. This one is cut on and popped up. Diaz is going to play it himself, and that will do it. F1 to the pitcher for out number 3. Swift with a 2-0 count.
And on to the top of the 6th.
There we go. Now I've got my book straight. Sorry about that.
Normally, folks, you don't see the pitcher field that ball, but Colby, with his ability to play third, first, I mean, he's not your normal pitcher. You'll see it in the major leagues where pitchers literally run like scared children from the ball because they do not want to get yelled at if they misplay it.
Right.
And Colby was right on that. Oscar didn't even come into play. Didn't have to worry about calling him off at all. Oscar knew what was going on, let him have the ball, and he made the out.
Vaughn has 25 pitches left in his arsenal. And through 5, I guess you can give us where Colby's at. But I will say this is that Coach was hoping to get through 5 innings with Diaz, and
For
then
sure.
he was probably going to bring someone else.
For sure. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit before the game. You know, Colby's had a couple of outings in the last game, 2 games. So, you know, for him to get the start tonight shows a lot of confidence in Coach Crimpine with his ability to command the strike zone, come out and really show the dominance that he has on the mound. And he's gone for 77 pitches through 5 innings, and that's very impressive compared to the 84 by the opposing pitcher, who has now been swapped. I believe we have a pitching change.
No, it's out
No?
of Vaughn.
No, okay.
Okay, new up for
Sorry,
the
Fred.
Raiders. Diaz, Correjo, and Heinrich. Vaughn deals. He has definitely lived with that spot all night long, and for the most part, he's gotten strikes out of it. There's been a few where he did not. A low fastball. Again, he gives that low fastball and frustrating Raider batters.
Yeah, it's very hard to make contact with that ball, folks. That's a very low, very outside.
The 0-2. This is hit back up the middle. Richardson has it. Throw to first in time, and that will do it.
Yeah, he was able to collect himself at second. Second baseman was there, knowing that he had more time, you know, with the runner that we had.
Well, not just that. I mean, it changed because he was in an 0-2 count. It changed the whole dynamic of his at bat. You know, it changes the complexion with the mindset because there's some frustration here. So Correjo will take for a ball.
Yeah, he's definitely having to open up his strike zone and what he feels is something that he should swing at.
This is lined right to Richardson. L4 on the putout of Correjo.
He squared that one up. Unfortunately, was right at the second baseman.
That will bring up Carter Heinrich. Heinrich with a stand-up double last time up. He'll take for a ball.
President Carter. Heinrich.
President Carter. Unfortunately, we don't have his walk-up music for him here. 1-0. This is fouled back out of play for a strike, and that will even things up at 1. Raiders leading this one 2-1 so far. Pitch misses inside, and that's the inconsistency that this umpire has had.
Well, the low
right?
inside, you know, he's not quite given nearly as often as the low outside, which was that last pitch, but a little too low.
Yeah, that one was definitely a little too low.
But it is a fine line.
3-1. This is hit foul down the right field side. And the count goes full to Heinrich. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. I'm Michael Francis. He's Johnathan Kaspar. And pitch down and away for ball 4. And Heinrich draws the walk.
Very, very effective. Let's get a base runner and make this guy think a little bit.
Ladies and
And
gentlemen, your attention, please. Now,
in
back
comes
one, Nathan Miller.
Jack Knight.
Jack Knight will courtesy run for the catcher, and Nathan Miller will pinch hit for Mikey Caputo. One on with 2 outs. Raiders needing a little insurance here. They've played well throughout the season with 2 outs and are hoping to do the same thing here. They're moving through the bottom of the order.
And the Cedar Park coach, a little quick visit to the mound, just making sure, again, this pitcher understands the situation. Yes, there's only 2 outs, but they have a runner on, and they'd really not like to give up anything different here than get another out and get out of the inning. But it's easy to get a little bit relaxed as a pitcher having those 2 outs and a different batter up.
Miller takes for a strike. And you can hear the fans in the stand voicing their displeasure, so we don't have to. That will get away from Alonso, but it's a called strike to Miller. Which, I mean, there was no argument with that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't argue down the middle. That's
0-2 the count to Miller. Knight at second base. Pitch. And they thought they had the strikeout. Well, he's been calling it all night long.
Yeah, even the catcher is confused right now
Yeah.
for Cedar Park.
He's
He
like
doesn't know what's a strike or a ball at this point.
1-2 the count to Miller. Swing and a miss, a drop third strike. Nathan Miller not able to get there in time, and that will do it. Strikeout 2-3 on the put out of Miller, and that will end the Raiders' 6th. They get no runs on no hits. They strand one, and on to the bottom we go. Due up for the Timberwolves in the bottom, Alonso, Vaughn, and Harvey.
Yeah,
We want to take an opportunity to recognize our home run sponsors once again, the Recon Shop. Does your vehicle still have damage from the April 15th hailstorm? You still have until April 14th to file your claim. If you need help filing a claim, contact the Recon Shop at 512-290-4245. We would love to walk you through the claim process, even if you don't have hail. The Recon Shop also specializes in minor dents, door dings, creases, and other larger dents that do not require paint. For before and after views of what all we can do, visit our website at thereconshop.com. We also want to recognize Austin Summit Group Realty. Austin Summit Group Realty is proud to support Rouse Raider Baseball and their amazing group of boys and coaches. ASG has been in business for over 22 years and has been ranked in the top 10 by the Austin Business Journal year after year. If you need help with anything real estate related, please call Mike or Chrissy Caputo at 512-671-HOME. That's 512-671-HOME.
and folks, I am getting a update here on the Liberty Hill Georgetown game, and Georgetown does lead 3-1 at the top of the 7th over Georgetown right now.
Oh, over Georgetown or Liberty
Over
Hill?
Georgetown.
Liberty Hill leads
Liberty Hill leads
Georgetown.
Georgetown 3-1, top of 7.
Well, they probably pitched their 3 best remaining pitchers against us on Tuesday night. First pitch in for a strike to Alonso.
And Colby Diaz back on the mound. Again, that confidence in the fact that he has not had a lot of pitches through the first
Breaking ball, misses for a ball.
5 innings.
1-1 the count to Alonso. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and Alonso not happy with himself on that cut. Adam Vaughn on deck.
He thought he was sitting on that one nicely and just came up empty.
1-2. This is hit back up the middle to Sparshu. Sparshu has it. Throw to first in time.
Oh, with an elbow, folks. Yeah, okay, we got an interesting event here, folks.
Yeah, it's Louis Alonso throws the elbow and runs Diaz over.
Yeah, and he hit him high as well. It wasn't just the tag was coming down. It was going to be a bang-bang play. Very close play, so nothing to take away from that. But the reaction from the runner, I don't know, was what it should have been. Oscar obviously reliving that and showing the deal, but and giving a quick glance to the dugout, but he's back in his position and ready to play.
To the left, down.
That will go
Right.
Yeah,
6-3 on the putout of Alonso.
Throw here.
And I think he may have been ejected. No, he wasn't in the baseline.
Well, I guess, he can be in the baseline, but he cannot throw a shoulder, folks. There is a fine line there. He literally threw the elbow up. So, yes, he can have the baseline, but he cannot do what he did. And it looks like Cedar Park is still pleading his case for his runner.
As of right now, Louis Alonso has been ejected from the game, and so
no, and you can see the coach position. He's doing what he should be doing here. He's got to stand up for his player. He doesn't feel like his player did anything wrong, and folks, none of these players are malicious in any way. I mean, that is a bang play. Getting caught up in the moment. Honestly, I wouldn't say that there was any ill will.
Lanny Williams is making his way back to the home plate umpire. He is just not satisfied. So anyway, I want to try to keep talking over this music, because unfortunately when it plays in the background and it's silent, YouTube will hit us with copyright, and then it will block us being able to
stream to everybody at home,
do public views, and then I have to go in there and actually have to try to eliminate that out through YouTube. And we've already had one game that happened to us on this year, so I'll try to keep talking over it and help to offset that.
And
Vaughn will stand in, and he is struck out. It's been hit by a pitch. He takes. Wow, I'm not sure where that missed.
Right down the middle is where it missed, as our friend Alepa would say.
Oh, stink. I rung that up as a strike. I better clear myself up.
And
two
again,
great pitches from Colby Diaz that he is just not giving the call.
The low and away pitch not going our way on that one.
Fastball right down the middle. I mean, my goodness.
Well, and once again, you're forcing the pitcher on two great pitches before that to throw it right down the pipe.
Breaking ball in for called strike, and Diaz doing some work.
Yeah, Colby battling back. I mean, that's awesome.
2-2, fastball low for ball 3.
Yeah, a little pumped up on that one, I think, trying to overthrow, but
payoff. He misses low for ball 4.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, number 26, first baseman Jackson Harvey.
3 of those 4 balls were very, very well pitched and in great position for Colby Diaz. And unfortunately, none of them went his way on that. I'm not too sure if the previous inning events had anything to do with that, but, we'll keep an eye.
Houston Molinaro.
Houston Molinaro comes in as a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Jackson Harvey will dig in. He'll take for a ball on the outside. Heinrich definitely trying to sell that, but did not get the call. Diaz takes a look over, and he'll come home, the 1-0. That one's in for a strike. Same pitch.
Yeah, fine.
Throw to first, not in time. A little bit high as Molinaro dives back in. Diaz comes set. He will deal the breaking ball. This is gone on and hit foul and out of play, and fans clear the stands. Fortunately, nobody gets hit. And Harvey with a 1-2 count.
Yeah, we had play, some folks over there ready to, catch that foul ball, and nobody was able to come up with it. And again, luckily, nobody was hit. We had people covering others, though, to help protect.
1-2 the count to Harvey. Molinaro Staying a little close to the bag. He saw Diaz disengage from the rubber. 1-2. That's high and outside for ball 2, and the count evens. Throw to first, not in time.
We'll see if he comes back on that outside. He's been a little erratic right now for that call.
The 2-2, that's high for ball 3.
He did not go to the outside. Got a little high on that one. We'll challenge him here, as he's been doing all night.
Looks like Quint Mullen is going to bat for himself as he's on deck. And Harvey caught looking for strikeout and out number 2.
Again,
batting
challenging him, going right after him. And that's actually going to draw another visit. We've got, as Michael pointed out, Quentin Mullen, Q Mullen,
Yep.
as I know him by. He is John Mullen the fifth, affectionately known as Q for Quint as the fifth. Great kid.
So standing O for Colby Diaz as he was up against his week pitch count, or his pitch count for the week. So after so many days rest, you can start off with 110 pitches, but if you throw some, then you have so many days rest, then you can come back and throw some more. But 110 pitches for a game. So that's how that works out. Mikey Caputo comes on in relief of Colby Diaz. And Diaz will probably move to third.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now pitching for the Raiders, number 4, Mikey Caputo.
Otto.
Yeah, and I told him Caputo afterwards. I think
It's becoming comical at this point. I think that's
intentional. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that because we went over it and he repeated all of them twice for me. So I told him twice. So
yeah, there's no A there. I just heard that, and I've got the friends and family over my left shoulder, and there's definitely no A in Caputo. It's a U.
yeah, there's no Capato there.
Capato. That's a new one though.
Yeah.
Folks, he's coming in with 2 outs. He inherits a base runner. I don't know that that's going to come into play much here. We've got a little bit of a dangerous hitter here. I mean, he's very effective and has proven that. I believe he had a walk-off earlier in the season, did Quentin Mullen.
Caputo comes set. And he will deal high for ball 1. Molinaro extends his lead at first. Caputo comes set. He deals. Slider in for a strike, and that will even the count.
Back to that outside corner. He's been watching over there playing at third, as has Mikey Caputo.
1-1 pitch. That's fouled off for strike 2.
And as a result, challenges him again in the same position with a fastball versus the breaking ball that time, but with the same effect. I mean, it drew the swing. Hard to reach, though.
Throw to first will not be in time. Molinaro back in standing up. Cool, crisp night starting to set in here at Cedar Park. 1-2 the count to Mullen. 1-2 pitch. That's cut on and hit out to center. That's going to fall in for a base hit.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, center fielder number 21, Kristen Pickens.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
2 on with 2 out for Kristen Pickens. Pickens has singled and struck out.
Players number 1 supply.
Little quick break there with the Cedar Park bat boy coming in to give some balls to the home plate umpire.
Raiders just need 1 to get out of the inning. Caputo deals. This is cut on and is going foul.
And once again, a long loud
Strike.
Strike. Very well. He squared that up nicely as a right-handed batter, sending it down the right field line, but just kept tailing a little bit.
Nothing in 1, the count to Pickens. Richardson on deck. The 0-1 pitch. This is hammered down to third. Diaz will step on the bag and get the force. And that will do it as Pickens rolls over on it. Hitting to the fielder's choice. And Molinaro is out on the 5 unassisted for out number 3.
Town ain't got no nightclub.
On to the 7th we go. Adam Vaughn is back out on the mound, but he's got to be on a short leash.
Yeah, let me see here for you, Michael. Right now, I mean, Colby did come out with 93 pitches. I know we didn't visit that earlier. Caputo with the 6-pitch inning in relief there. And for Mr. Vaughn, he's at 99. So
He's got 11.
Yeah, he's got 11 to
pitches.
go.
But he can finish up a batter.
Correct. When he starts the batter before his 110th pitch, even if it's at 109, he can finish that batter. And it makes you wonder, what do they have to bring in after him, the fact that they're allowing him to run to the max here.
Due up for the Raiders, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Miller, Sparshoe, and Heinrich.
We do have Blake Gonzalez coming in for Miller.
First pitch, he takes for a strike. And again, that low fastball.
That shoelaces pitch.
They do have a new catcher, number 7.
Ah, yes. Good eye, Michael.
The breaking ball didn't work for him that time on that outside corner. That will even the count at 1.
Number 7 would be Wohl. W-O-E-H-L, Wohl.
W-O-H-E-L.
We had a called strike there again on a low pitch.
1-2 pitch.
But same exact pitch as the last one that was called a strike. This time was
It's a
not
ball.
offered by Blake and was called a ball.
Well, it wasn't a strike.
It wasn't a strike the first time. That's correct.
A 2-2, that's high for ball 3. And Gonzalez works the count full.
again, can be very antsy coming in, your first at bat in the game.
Payoff pitch that misses low for ball 4, and Gonzalez draws the walk.
And showed a lot of patience up there, folks. So you got to understand how close all these pitches are, especially with the way the home plate umpire has been calling. Very inconsistent at best. And Blake is able to draw the walk with a great eye and not offering or swinging out of his shoes, being very patient. That shows to be very effective.
He saw 6 pitches. That leaves 5, if I remember correctly.
Yes, sir.
So you can think that Sparshoe is going to be his last batter, most likely.
Very possible. Coach is, well, now he's not making a move on the mound right now, but there's now a discussion that's going over to Coach Krimping.
So Coach Williams, I think, is saying he's batting or didn't check in.
Yeah, which there was a discussion with Blake Gonzalez when he came up to bat with the home plate umpire. Maybe are they contemplating that he wasn't on the... Oh, yes, he was called out. No substitution call. Evidently was the call from Cedar Park's coach arguing that he was not announced as being a sub coming in for Landon Miller.
So that is unfortunate. How do you put that in the book?
I'm calling it as an out on appeal, but unfortunately with Game Changer, I don't have the option to say that was a coach's
no
appeal.
sub, I guess. I don't know. 1-1 the count to Sparshoe, and that was a huge mistake. And that has to go on the coach.
And it didn't draw Krimping much argument from him either, so that's interesting.
Rainer Heinrich fighting off the fan for the baseball, swinging and a miss on a pitch that was up above his eyes. 2-2. The count to Sparshoe.
Yeah, that was Rainer beat the other opposing
2-2 pitch.
team.
He's caught looking for the strikeout for out number 2, and that's going to be it for Adam Vaughn. That was 5 pitches. He's got to be done.
Yeah, and he doesn't know. He's ready. He's like, let me back in there, coach. Why are you? Yeah, he's even mesmerized. He's like, why are you coming out to me, coach? What did I do wrong? After drawing that strike.
You're at 110 pitches. That's what
exactly,
you're at, buddy.
Exactly 110. So he cannot start the next batter.
Well, he's leaving him out there. He's got 110 pitches.
He's exactly at 110, folks.
I don't know who needs to make that known. How is he able to go beyond 110 pitches?
Yeah, and that's what we have here. And I'm not saying that this is official.
First pitch to Heinrich is a ball.
Be the 111th pitch.
I don't know if Game Changer is the actual pitch chart.
Well, it wouldn't be because we're visiting team. So what I enter and say doesn't matter at this point. But
No, I thought it kind of keeps up. Both sides take care of their own. 1-2, the count to Sparshoe, and what a kind of a wacky ending to this game it's been so far. 1-2. This is lined over to Richardson. He has it. The throw to first is in time. Heinrich almost beat that out. That will go 4-3 on the put out of Heinrich, and the Raiders go in order in the 7th by that substitution penalty that
yeah.
changed the dynamic of the inning.
You know, and
got
again,
the lead runner on.
You gotta look at coach's reaction. Our coach, Coach Pickens' reaction, and he didn't argue with the home plate umpire. He just sort of shook his head, nodded his head, shrugged his shoulders, and went back over, and obviously told Blake, hey, hey, buddy, you're out. So not sure who that falls on. I believe I saw Blake talking to the home plate umpire, letting him know that he was coming in.
Due up. The 9, 1, and 2 hitters, Brady Richardson, Kate Davis, and Ethan Becker.
All right, folks, comes down to this. Bottom of 7. Raiders 3 out away from another district win.
Up for the Timberwolves, second baseman, number 13, Brady Richardson.
Brady Richardson will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the night. He's hit into a fielder's choice and popped up to second.
Sorry about that, Michael, but I did just get confirmation that Liberty Hill did take down Georgetown tonight 3-1.
Wow. Mikey Caputo in to pitch the 7th. He deals a strike.
And that's one thing he's very effective at, getting ahead of the batter, throwing for a lot of strikes, pitching to contact.
The 0-1, a breaking ball in for strike 2, and Richardson is like, huh? He's like, that didn't look like a strike to me. 0-2, the count to Richardson.
Well, it could be argued that even the home plate umpire doesn't know what a strike looks like tonight.
Well, I won't. Well, I'm just going to be quiet.
I said it could be argued. I'm not saying I'm arguing that.
0-2, that misses down and away for ball 1. Kay Davis on deck. The 1-2 pitch. That is popped up and playable. Oscar Salazar camps underneath it, makes the catch, and that will do it for Brady Richardson.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, right fielder, number
Retired.
Kate Davis.
We're out number 1. Kate Davis will come to the plate, and he is 0 for, well, he's 0 for 2 with a walk.
And back to the top of the lineup here for him.
Digs in from the left side. He takes for a strike.
And once again, Mr. Mikey Caputo getting ahead of the batter with a first pitch strike. Being very effective.
Caputo from the windup. A little off-speed pitch.
With a
strike
big swing
2.
and a miss. I mean, that brought the wind. I felt that one back here.
Felt the breeze on that one.
Almost blew me out of my chair.
0-2, the count to Davis. A breaking ball sails outside for ball 1.
Sorry, I'm neglecting my scoreboarding duties here, folks. Sorry for that.
Amanda
One out,
Crow
one in
says
two.
we're in CP country. The 1-2, this is cut on and hit out to left.
And we do have a player there in left field.
Caden Kaspar makes the catch for out number 2.
Now
And the
batting
Raiders
left fielder, number
1
5,
out away from
Becker.
beating the Cedar Park Timberwolves down to their final out. Ethan Becker comes to the plate. He has struck out. He has reached on an error.
And
he
Mr.
has
Mikey
walked.
Caputo is absolutely dealing, folks.
And then picked off at first. The 0-1. Slider in for strike 2, and down to his final strike is Ethan Becker.
Yeah, immediately he's in a hole, man. He's got to be thinking defensively here and swinging.
That pitch bounces in the dirt for ball 1.
And Mikey knows the same thing, so he threw him something that was not able to be hit, but hoping for a bite on that.
1-2 pitch. This is a chopper hit to third. Diaz has it, bare hands it to first. Oh, he goes wide to the fence. Heinrich covers it. And he will reach on the error. And Julian Swift will come to the plate.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, shortstop number 24, Julian Swift.
Swift is hit into a fielder's choice, grounded to third. He singled, and he is popped up to the pitcher.
And we do have
So
Brooks Dillman coming in to run for
Courtesy runners number
Becker.
Brooks Dillman.
Raiders just need one out. Diaz barehanded that and threw on the run.
I mean, that's the only play he had. I mean, obviously Becker, as the number 2 in the lineup, very fast, and he's shown that. And Colby knew that, so he had to make that play. There was no way he was going to be able to round it and get a glove.
They're going to intentionally
Now
walk
the
Swift
Timberwolves, number 7, Carter Roll.
to get to Wool.
And again, great call there. Let's get an out at any inning. That was done very effectively multiple times on Tuesday night against Georgetown.
Caputo will deal for a strike. Nothing in 1, the count to Wool. Runners at first and second with 2 out. He fouls this off for strike 2. And I don't know about you, but my adrenaline is pumping.
I'm telling you, this is the second batter in a row, other than the intentional walk, that he's gone 0-2 on to start off. And I mean, he's doing what he's got to do.
The 0-2 pitch, that's outside for a ball.
Carter set him up out there again, just trying to get him to bite on that, and very patient at bat here.
Lucas, Olivia, Brian, Angel, Sparshoe, Mason Power, say hello, watching from Michigan. Hello, everybody. Mikey Caputo, 1-2. He'll spin off and look Dillman back to second. One and two, the pitch. That is hit to Sparshoe. All he has to do is get it. The throw home. Got him.
Wow, folks, watching that on the TV or YouTube, wherever you have an opportunity, it doesn't get much closer than that. And obviously, Coach Crampine's coming out to have that discussion with the home plate umpire.
Well, looked like he was thrown out at home. And so now we just got some. The umpires kind of made both fan bases really upset tonight. As
we actually had a sub again come in, and it'll be interesting to see if he is announced by the Cedar Park head coach.
well, he's talking to the home plate umpire, so I mean he's probably announcing him, right?
Yeah, okay. They're writing it down now. Through all the melee and everything that was happening, a new runner came in to sub for Swift at second. And it looks like that's actually going to be Ian Garcia.
So that would be an E6 that would have gotten Julian Swift out.
Yeah. And it was a very wide slide at home by Brooks Dillman. Great bang play. Carter was right there. You know, it's difficult to call.
Wow, that is just ridiculous. Out at the plate, and he says he's safe. 2-0 the count to Vaughn. Pitch from Caputo. That's hit foul down the left field side. And the count goes 2-1.
Mike, you got this, bud.
What a turn of events here, Johnathan.
Yes, sir.
It's all sorts of crazy.
We've had a lot of drama here.
George Garcia says, watched it 5 times now. He got him.
Sir.
Break the ball in for a strike.
And Mr. Garcia, there is zero argument here behind these mics. You know, and being live on it, it was looked pretty straightforward to us. And he hesitated. Hesitated.
The 2-2 pitch. This is hit out to left, and that is going to be close, but Cedar Park will get the walk-off by Adam Vaughn. And the Raiders drop it 2-1 on the questionable call to extend that inning for the Timberwolves.
Yes, sir. Another heartbreaker, and you know, Tuesday night was one thing. I mean, it was a questionable play that allowed them to win tonight, and there should be zero argument on that being questionable. It was beyond ridiculous.
Yeah, just bad, unfortunate, but it happens, and that's baseball, folks. And what a game it was. Colby Diaz goes 5 2/3 inning. Mikey Caputo comes on in relief.
And pitched very well.
And really should have been out of that game. He had 2 outs to start the inning with the fly out from Brady Richardson and the fly out from Cade Davis. And then Ethan Becker reaching on the error where Colby barehanded the throw to Salazar at first, and ended up going to the fence, and Becker was able to get to second base on that. And there was your tying run.
Right. And even right after that, Mikey comes in and still, with everything that's going on around him, he still is able to deliver 2 strikes again, getting ahead of that next batter. Obviously after putting the intentional walk, the next batter after the intentional walk, and getting strikes to him as well, and once again, we have a conflict
Right.
on a bad call and bad judgment.
Well, I had a problem with the exchange on the throw at second to get Julian Swift out from Sparshoot to Heinrich.
Right.
And it got away from Heinrich out of his glove where it was a force.
Right, and he had the opportunity still. He made the pitch to Rayner at second, and Rayner just couldn't handle the ball. I mean, it was coming at him pretty quick, but again, it had to be a bang bang, very fast play, and again, just game of inches. So close on the play at shortstop by Joe Sparshoot, the pitch to Rayner at second, and even the throw from Rayner coming home to Carter, where everybody felt that game was over.
Right.
Or I say game was over, we would have had extra innings at that point. Game would have been over. Sorry, that still would have been an out. And,
right.
And he scored
needed one
tying
out.
the game. Extremely hard loss here for the Rouse Raiders to Cedar Park, and again, we
knew coming into this week it was going to be a tough week, and we'll bounce back from this. So next week we will not have a Tuesday game. We'll be playing Friday. That game will be at Marble Falls, and then we'll turn around on Saturday back at Rouse to face Leander.
Yeah, right.
So
right back at it.
Interesting how that goes. So it is what it is, and what a game it was tonight. And both sides had arguments against the umpires tonight. They weren't happy with the output from these guys, and you can sit there and you can look at the throw out at home, and that was a blown call, but then it went into, and you deal with those things.
Correct.
Where we made the mistake in the exchange at second, and then that runner eventually came home as the game winner.
Right.
So,
I mean, it was.
And not to rehash, we don't want to go over that. We've already have. So we want to thank y'all for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. We want to thank our sponsors, the Recon Shop, ASG, Austin Summit Group Realty, and Browse by Hattie for their sponsorship of Rouse Raider Baseball. For Johnathan, Kaspar, I'm Michael Francis. Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all next Friday night at 7 o'clock as the Raiders host the Marble Falls Mustangs.
Good night, everybody. Have a great evening.